Allow me to just to generally talk about what's happening right now with regards to public transportation. I think a lot of work is currently being done by SPAD, Prasarana, as well as MRT Corporation to actually improve the public transport infrastructure system. And granted that this will not be finished over a short period of time, it's going to take a lot of painstaking effort to make sure that we move everything to an acceptable level. And this acceptable level, of course, is relative to public perception and public requirements, and also other parties' requirements. But I think all three entities are trying to make sure that things happen as efficiently and as effectively as possible. Now, of course, in any initiative of this nature, there's bound to be challenges. And I think the best way forward is to be as open and candid as possible in addressing some of these challenges that we face. And with regards to the MRT project, I think since MRT Corporation came into the picture in September 2011, I think a lot of things have started to be initiated, and a lot of things were quickly it actually moved to engagement stage, where we really wanted to know what were the problems and what should be the right solutions in addressing some of these issues. And we identified some areas which required more attention and more creativity in actually addressing the challenges on the ground. And some of these areas were Jalan Sultan, Bukit Bintang, the Jalan Inai area, and I think from our perspective, the engagement thus far has now led us to a situation where we have compiled drafts which are now mainly sitting on the table of the property owners' lawyers for their consideration and agreement. And we want to make sure that we hear them out in as far as the agreement terms are concerned, so that we go forward on a path where we both support each other in making this public project a project for the rakyat as a whole a success. And then it's important that we make this a success. So of course, there are quarters that maybe because they don't fully understand the situation, maybe because they have been given half the facts that they should be given, they don't appreciate the full situation on the ground. Now, the project, as I said, is moving on very, very aggressively as far as development is concerned. The issues with regards to land matters, of course, is also being addressed. When we first started off this project, we made, or the government made a conscientious effort, to use 70% road as well as government land reserves for the project. So this was the government's initiative to minimize the impact on private land or property owners. So there was already effort from day one as far as the government was concerned. Well, of course, you cannot avoid. There are certain areas, because we want to make the MRT line effective with regards to making sure that we touch all the important catchment areas in the Klang Valley with regards to riders or ridership levels. So we have to make very conscious strategic decisions as far as the alignment is concerned, and this was finalized. This went through the process of public display, this went through the process of various government departments, and it was finally agreed by the Prime Minister in June 2011, and it was signed off in June 2011 and announced during the MRT launch day in July 2011.